I recently experienced this. I rented a small house and started working as a pizza delivery person. Things were going well. I worked on weekdays and had almost no time to relax on weekends. I usually worked day shifts, but if orders were busy, I also took night shifts. The week started well with night orders. It was just an ordinary Friday night. As usual, I had 3 deliveries left, 2 of them in the same location. After a 5-minute drive, I found myself on a dusty road, guided by the navigation device. The surroundings were eerie, with only the lights of the car, sounds of owls, and the chirping of crickets. As I entered the rugged terrain, it looked terrifying for some reason, and I felt tense. The navigation device prompted me to make a left turn, and the surroundings became even more unsettling and dark. The car headlights partially illuminated a place that looked like a haunted forest, and suddenly, a house appeared in front of me. The house was completely dark. I walked to the front door and rang the doorbell. The porch light illuminated above my head. I felt a bit relieved knowing someone was inside, waiting. Footsteps approached, and a woman with a strange tone asked, "Who is it?" I replied, "Ma'am, I'm your pizza delivery person. I have your order." After a moment of silence, the door creaked open, revealing a partially visible face of a woman. I could only see one wide eye. She asked, "Are you really him?" I awkwardly smiled and said, "Yes, ma'am." Finally, she came forward, took the pizza box from my hands, and said many creepy individuals had come to her door, but I gave her the chills. After a strange silence, she mentioned that she must have left the money upstairs and asked me to wait inside until she brought it down. She climbed the stairs, and I, feeling the cold outside, went into the living room. The room was filled with dirty clothes, and truth be told, my stomach turned. When I turned around, I noticed a large painting. The woman in the painting must have been the one who opened the door. The woman hadn't come down for a long time. Just as I thought about this, she came down with a huge smile on her face, wearing the wedding dress depicted in the painting. It surprised me. The dress was completely torn and dusty to the point that no one could recognize it as a dress. With a creepy tone, she said, "The dress suits you well, doesn't it?" I didn't know what to say. I just asked her to make the payment. She handed me the money, smiling. As I reached for the money, she dropped it on the floor. I bent down to pick it up, and at that moment, a sharp smell hit my nose. I turned my eyes to the left and saw the horrifying scene under the chair, a lifeless body. Slowly turning my head back towards the woman, she was staring at me with a terrifying smile, and her large eyes had turned pitch black. In fear, I screamed and ran as fast as I had never run before. The woman laughed devilishly behind me. Frantically starting the car, I fled from there. The shock of the incident is still on me. The police came to the house, but they couldn't find the woman. As I think about this, I can't shake the feeling that she has always been watching me. Perhaps she has.